Begin standing at the top of your mat with your hands by your side, Samastihiti. Inhale, reach your palms up to the ceiling, Tadasana. Exhale, fold forward, draw your belly in, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana, step back to high plank, lower down low plank, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Be here for 5 breaths. Place your feet at hips width distance and then press your heels down towards your mat and rotate your upper thighs in towards your center. Draw the pit of your belly in and up to lift from your pelvis. Hug your shoulder blades in and down your spine, rotating your upper arm bones in. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, step to the top. Halfway lift, breathe in, Uttanasana, fold. Rise up to standing Tadasana, inhale, Samastihiti. Inhale, Tadasana, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Follow your exhale down to your Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, lift your hips, roll over your toes. 5 breaths. Press down into your palms firmly and rotate your outer arm bones in. Lift from your low belly. So you're tilting from your pelvis, and then press down through the backs of your knees, melting your heels down towards your mat. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, step to the top. Halfway lift. Inhale, Uttanasana, exhale. Tadasana, rise all the way up. Samastihiti. One more Sun A. Inhale, reach up, fill up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana. Hug your elbows in towards your ribcage as you lower. Upward facing dog, draw your shoulder blades in. Downward facing dog, lift your hips. 5 breaths. Long inhale, long exhale, creating your Ujjayi breath. And expanding out from your center as your belly draws in and you rotate your thighs in towards your center. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, step to the top. Halfway lift. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Rise up to standing, Samastihiti. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, drop your hips towards your heels. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Finish your exhale. Upward facing dog, roll over your toes. Downward facing dog, lift your hips. Step your right foot forward, warrior 1. Rise up with your breath, sit your hips low. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Upward facing dog, lift your thighs and your shins. Downward facing dog, roll over your hips. Step your left foot forward, warrior 1. Press down through your right foot, the blade edge. High to low plank, follow your exhale down. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. 5 breaths. Get your feet right at hips width distance. As you inhale, lift from your pelvis. As you exhale, press your chest back towards your thighs. Get grounded in your hands and your feet. Draw your belly in and up. Stay active in your Uddiyana Bandha. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, step to the top. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Uttanasana, fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Rise up with your inhale. Samastihiti. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Upward facing dog, roll over your toes, draw your belly in, lift up. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, Virabhadrasana A, warrior 1, rise. Exhale, Chaturanga, high to low plank. Finish your exhale. Upward facing dog, draw your shoulder blades together. Downward facing dog. Left side, Virabhadrasana A. Warrior 1, rise up with your inhale. Exhale, flow, hands to your mat, high to low. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Get grounded through all 4 corners of both feet and down into your palms. Spread your fingertips a little wider. Hug your upper arm bones in towards your face and then press your chest back towards your thighs. Get deeper. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to the top. Halfway lift. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, rise. Samastihiti. Utkatasana, drop your hips towards your heels. Reach up, inhale. Uttanasana, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, draw your shoulder blades onto your back. Chaturanga Dandasana, finish your exhale in low plank. Upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Warrior 1, rise up with your breath in, right side. High to low plank. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Warrior 1, left side. Step your left foot forward, rise up with your breath, reach up. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. 5 breaths. Get grounded in your foundation, your hands, your feet, and your core. Draw your belly in, and then press down through your hands and your feet. Make a connection with your mat. Set your gaze towards your navel, your drishti up towards your belly button. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Uttanasana, exhale. Rise up, chair pose, breathe in. Samastihiti. Step your feet at hips width distance to set up for Padangustasana. Place your hands on your hips, lengthen in your spine, inhale. Exhale, fold forward, draw your belly in. Create a bind with your peace sign fingers around your big toes. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward, gently bend in your elbows. Bring your awareness to your Uddiyana Bandha. Draw your belly in. And start to press your legs towards straight, tilting your pelvis up towards the ceiling. Relaxing your neck. Keep your vinyasa in your breath. Your inhale, lengthen. Your exhale, draw in. Lift up halfway and adjust your bind to Padahastasana. Scoot your toes towards your wrist creases. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward for gorilla pose. Keep drawing your belly in, setting more of your weight towards your toe mounds. Your heels can lift up off your mat if you have the balance. Keep your gaze through your shins, steady past your nose. Inhale, lift up halfway, release your bind, roll up to standing, your hands on your hips. Exhale, Samastihiti. Utthita Trikonasana. Step your right foot out, reach your right fingertips out past your toes, and then hinge down, creating a bind with your peace sign fingers to your big toes. Reach your left hand straight up towards the ceiling, open up your chest. Draw your shoulder blades in towards your back and keep your gaze past your lifted fingertips. Breathe. Keep drawing the pit of your belly in and up. Press out through the blade edge of your left foot. Get grounded in your feet. Inhale, rise up, reach both of your hands out, rotate your feet so your left foot is pointed towards the front edge of your mat. Reach your left fingertips out, hinge down, create a bind on your left big toes. Reach your right hand straight up towards the ceiling and take your gaze there. Draw your belly in and up. Work on tucking your left hip underneath your right hips. You're lifting and turning your chest, opening up. Release your bind, rise up to standing, reach out. Samastihiti. Parivrtta Trikonasana, revolve triangle. Step your right foot towards the back of your mat. Square your hips to the back. Reach your left hand up, and then start to twist in towards your right leg. Ground your left palm on the inside of your left foot or to the front of your toes. Take a breath in. Reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. Take your gaze there. Draw your belly in and up. Press down through your left heel. Stay grounded in both of your feet. Draw your shoulder blades together to lift and turn your chest more. Inhale, rise back up through center. Rotate for the left side. Paravita Trikonasana. Reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. Start to hinge forward, grounding your right palm on the inside of your left foot. Reach your left fingertips up. Take your drishti past your left fingertips. Press down in the grounding of your right foot and the heel of your back foot to remind your hips to stay square. Draw your shoulder blades together. Breathe. Inhale, rise up to standing. Reach both of your hands out. Samastihiti, top of your mat. Uttita Parsva Konasana. Step your right foot out towards the back of your mat. Rotate your right toes towards the back of your mat and wiggle your left foot a few inches forward, creating more length between your feet. Take your right arm down, your elbow towards your knee. Lengthen in your right side. Take your left hand straight up towards the ceiling and then out. Stretching along your left side body, up into your left armpit. Take your gaze past your left fingertips. Press down into the blade edge of your left foot. Sink your hips a little deeper into your right thigh, working your right thigh towards parallel with your mat. Inhale, rise up. Rotate your feet for extended side angle on the left side. Come through warrior two and then take your left elbow down to your left knee. You can also reach your left hand down on the inside or outside of your foot. Lengthen in both sides of your body by lengthening out in your rib cage. Draw the front ribs together. Keep your Uddiyana Bandha, your belly lock. Inhale, rise up. Samastihiti, step to the top of your mat. Paravita Parsva Konasana, revolved side angle. Step your right foot out, reach your left fingertips up towards the ceiling, then cross your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Your back toes, your left heel can rise up off your mat and then start to work your heel down towards your mat, pressing out through your left heel. Reach your right fingertips up towards the ceiling and take your gaze there. Hollow out your low belly, so you're lifting your belly up off your leg and twisting deeper. Use your exhale to twist deeper. Inhale, rise back up through center. Rotate your feet. Coming through a high crescent lunge, reach your right hand up towards the ceiling, cross it over on the inside of your left foot. Start to press your right heel down towards your mat in the back. Hug your belly in and up. Lift it up off your leg, twisting from your center. Your inhale, lengthen your spine. Your exhale, draw your shoulder blades in together to twist deeper. Inhale, rise up through center. Reach both of your arms out. Samastihiti, top of your mat. Prasarita Padottanasana C. Wide leg, forward fold with a bind. Step your right foot out. Keep your legs a little bit wide. Clasp your hands at your low spine. Inhale, lengthen in your chest. Exhale, fold forward from your pelvis. Draw your belly in. Let your bind in your hands just gently, naturally fall down towards your mat, down towards the floor. Relaxing your neck. Keep drawing the pit of your belly in and up, and then press down through the blade edges of both of your feet, tilting your tailbone and your pelvis forward. Keep your breath. With every inhale, lengthening. With every exhale, letting gravity pull you a little deeper into your bind. Inhale, lift up halfway, hands on your hips. Exhale, rise up to standing. Keep your hands on your hips. Prasarita Padottanasana D. Wide leg, forward fold with a big toe bind. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Take your peace sign fingers to your big toes. Lift up halfway. Breathe in. Fold forward. Gently bend your elbows to assist your bind, to assist your fold. Draw in from your low belly. Relax your neck, letting the crown of your head come down towards your mat. Straighten out both of your legs. Inhale, lift up halfway, settle your Mula Bandha. Exhale, hands to your hips. Rise up to standing. Samasthiti, top of your mat. Parsvottanasana, intense side stretch or pyramid pose. Step your right foot a few inches out. Turn your hips, square them towards the back of your mat, and take reverse namaste between your shoulder blades. Inhale, lengthen in your spine. Exhale, come to a flat, long back. Inhale. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Draw your belly in. Keep squaring your hips. Use your inhale to lengthen and your exhale to fold deeper, reaching your chest down towards your thigh. Keep your gaze past your nose. Press down into your left heel. Pull your right hip towards the back. So you're squaring your hips. Stretching in your hamstring and your IT band on your right leg. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, rise up to standing. Rotate sides. Keep your bind in your arms. So now your left foot is forward. Ground down through both feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold to a flat back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Draw your low belly in and up. Hug your shoulder blades in together to work your shoulders open, length along your collarbones. Gently rise up halfway. Exhale, rise up to standing. Samasthiti. Uttita Hasta Padangustasana, extended leg raise. Bend your right knee, create a bind in your right toes to your right peace sign fingers, and then lengthen out in your leg. Work on pointing your toe. If your knee stays bent here, that is perfectly fine. Keep drawing your right hip in towards your body, lifting the front of your pelvis and extending your leg out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gently open your leg, but keep your hip tucked in. So you're rotating your hip in the socket instead of lifting your hip to open up. Take your gaze past your left shoulder. Keep drawing the pit of your belly in and up. Inhale, bring it back to center. Lift up in your chest. Exhale, fold in, folding over your leg, working your chest down towards your thigh. Breathe. Keep drawing the pit of your belly in and up, and keep plugging your right hip back into your body to square your hips. Inhale, lift up. Then exhale, release your bind. Keep straightening out your right leg from your body. Lift your leg from your core. Draw your belly in and up. Lift in your chest. And gently release. Lower your right leg. Bend your left leg up. Create a bind with your peace sign fingers to your big toes. And start to straighten your leg up, keeping your left hip plugged into your body to square your hips. Keep your gaze past your toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gently start to open your left leg to the side. Take your gaze out to the right. Notice if your left bum is sticking out further. Tuck it under so you're rotating from your hip. Take a deep breath in, lengthen. Gently hug your left leg back into center. Lift up in your chest. Inhale, create length in your spine. Exhale, fold and gently bend in your arm, bringing your chest towards your thigh. Keep pressing your toes out, working to point your toes. Inhale, rise back up, lengthen in your spine, draw your belly in, release your bind, bring both hands to your hips. Lift your leg from your core, not from your hips. Breathe. Lift up a little more. Inhale. Gently release. Exhale. Samasthiti. Reach both of your hands up to Tadasana. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Draw your shoulder blades in. Lengthen in your spine. Chaturanga Dandasana. Hug your elbows into your body. Upward facing dog. Lift in your chest. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Step your right foot forward. Virabhadrasana A. Warrior One. Ground down into your right foot. Lift your toes up off your mat and gently spread them, getting light in your toes. Then press the blade edge of your left foot down into your mat so you straighten out and firm in your left leg. Square your hips to the front of your mat. Reach your palms up. Take your gaze past your thumbs. Breathe. Draw your belly in and up. Lift up. Keep your hands lifted. Keep your gaze past your thumbs. Rotate your hips towards the back. Virabhadrasana A, left side. Square your hips towards the back edge of your mat. And work your left thigh towards parallel, stacking your knee over your ankle. Press out through your right foot. Lengthen in your right leg. Draw your right hip towards your left hip. Square up. Take a deep breath in. Open up, Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana B. Rotate so your right foot is square towards the long edge of your mat, and your left foot is square towards the short edge of your mat, a heel to arch alignment. Sit a little deeper in your left leg. Take your gaze past your left fingertips. Breathe. Lift the front of your pelvis so your tailbone descends. Drop your shoulders from your ears. Lift up, inhale, rotate your feet, exhale, Virabhadrasana B, right side. Take your gaze past your right fingertips. Work your right thigh parallel with your mat, gently pressing your right knee open a little more. Stay active in your left leg. Don't forget about your left leg. Press down into the blade edge of your left foot. Draw your belly into your center. Breathe. Inhale, lift up. Samastihiti, top of your mat. Inhale, Tadasana. Reach your hands up. No. Exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana. Exhale. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Follow your exhale down to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Look between your hands. Inhale. Step or jump your feet through your hands, crossing at your ankles. And then lower down onto your mat. Shavasana. Let your ankles open naturally. Draw your shoulder blades together. Take rest with your palms open towards the ceiling for receiving. Take a long, full breath in, fill up in your body, then sigh out. Wiggle your ankles and your wrists. Draw your knees up, hug them into your body, roll onto your right side. Give yourself gratitude here. Thanking your breath and your body. Gently press up to seated, bring your hands to Anjali Mudra. Namaste.